So this is something that you don't see every day as Trump and Elon Musk, with Trump's second term continuing on. Trump and Elon just did this, all the Doge stuff, and uncovered some fraud going on and all that. Comment your thoughts about that. Trump's new selected FBI guy, Director Kash Patel, announced this arrest of a judge, right? You see, just now, the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Dugan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on charges of obstruction after evidence of Judge Dugan obstructing an immigration arrest operation last week. We believe Judge Dugan intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the subject to be arrested in her courthouse, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, allowing the suspect, an illegal alien, to evade arrest. Thankfully, our agents chased down the perp on foot, and he's been in custody since. But the judge's obstruction created increased danger to the public. We will have more info, more to share soon. Excellent work, FBI Milwaukee, getting the tag. And what does everyone think about this? You see a lot of reactions going down from people saying this is what they voted for. And someone also mentioning a New Jersey governor who harbored an alien, illegal alien, and other people questioning like, yo, there's got to be more to it when it comes to MAGA. You always in Trump, there's something more to the story. And basically from the reports that we have here, it sounds like this Eduardo Flores Ruiz had court. He has some kind of battery case, and the judge was upset, which I wonder why. Like, if she just didn't feel it was fair, if she felt this guy was a good guy, he caught a bad rap or something, or he was taking the steps to become legal. I don't know. You know, there's not a lot of info out, just that the Judge Dugan became visibly angry after learning that ICE agents were waiting in the hallway to arrest Flores Ruiz after a hearing in his criminal battery case, according to a sworn affidavit unsealed Friday. And Dugan and another judge entered the hallway and confronted the arrest team, telling one deportation officer that he needed a judicial warrant to make an arrest instead of an administrative warrant. And then the judge like kind of escorted this man and his attorney to a back room, basically a jury room that was not public. Like, anyone just can't go back there. That he then went down an elevator and made his way out, but the feds chased him down and arrested him. And I don't know, I wonder why the judge hashed it out with the feds like that, or the ICE officers. Obviously, that is a branch of federal justice one way or another, you know what I mean? ICE, ATF, DEA, or whatever, they're all the feds at the end of the day, if you ask me, right? But federal law enforcement. But, you know, what do you guys think? Like, was she just pissed that this has been going on? As we're going to share a clip with different people, attorneys, civil justice attorneys and stuff like that, individuals advocating for Latino rights, have spoke out against this, saying that just mass deportations have been going on. And I don't know, I wonder if the judge personally knew this dude, or just doesn't like the fact that, like, they're the judge and they're not having the overall say so or something, that people were just popping up in her courtroom telling her how it's going to go. I don't know. It's a bit perplexing of a situation. And as always, I wanted to bring it to y'all here in the blogosphere and talk about it. What do you guys think about this? Are you all for it? Like, hey, roll them all the fuck up out of here if they didn't come in the right way? Or do you feel if someone, you know, is here and is in the process of taking the steps to become legal and like contributes to society and works and stuff like that, that they should be allowed? Or do you think get them the fuck up out of here? You know, I know a lot of people are going to point out, yo, this guy wasn't in court to get a medal pinned on him. He was in there facing a battery case. I just wonder what the judge's motive for doing this was. Like, again, was it just a thing like, hey, this is my courtroom, what are you guys doing coming up in here all turned up and all that? Or if she somehow knew this dude or whatever. But she's been arrested, she bailed out. The arraignment is still on the calendar, so the case hasn't even really officially took off yet. But in the meantime, the judge's calendar, cases she was residing over, deaded off. Someone has to stand in, and her future as a judge is up in limbo. But yeah, man, kind of wild. A judge versus the feds. It's not something you see every day, and you know what I mean? I'm definitely keeping my eye on this. Aside from all the political debates about immigration and stuff, I really just want to find out what the deal was, why the judge reacted this way. You know what I mean? Because obviously at the end of the day, if you got a job, you got to do your job. Like, there's certain things you can or cannot do, but you can't tell the feds to go fuck themselves, basically. But this judge did. So I'm extremely interested to find out why. Comment if y'all feel me on that. Like, what had this judge on one like that, But here's that clip I was talking about.
The courthouse is supposed to be a safe place for people to come and be able to work with these systems that have been implemented in order to be able to become citizens, to remain residents, and to live dignified lives. We have not been able to do anything like that recently because everybody is just getting rounded up and profiled. And what happened at the courthouse is absolutely something that should never be happening for us as people. We need to do better.
The time is now to take every step necessary to protect our rights under our state constitution. And we're all watching what the Supreme Court does on the Fourth Circuit issue. We cannot sit back and stand by while the forces that stoke fear and division drive us into isolation and lead to the disintegration of the values that make this country what we want it to be, a place of freedom and dignity for every single person here. For those of you watching at home asking what you can do, if you live in Milwaukee County, call your county supervisors and tell them this isn't right and they must act.
All right, so you hear the different individuals there speaking out, protesting against this. A lot of people, legal analysts and such, theorize that this is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. What say you? Like, let's get this discussion going about this all. And, is this stuff that you've seen going on in your area where you're at? How do you feel about it all? And again, what are your thoughts about the judge just basically telling ICE to F off and go into bat for this guy? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if she thought, that's why I'm saying I'm really thinking this had to be some kind of like, yo, I'm the boss up in here. There's only one chief in this TP. You kick rocks. And, it's reported that the judge was visibly upset and angry and that there was kind of a heated confrontation and standoff. That's what I'm thinking. It comes down to something like that just the increased presence of, federal law enforcement all up in our courthouse, that the judge wasn't feeling it. Because it's like, what did you think was going to happen? You were going to usher this guy up out of there and he was going to get away and hide out or make it up out of the country and that would just be it, But this judge is facing an obstruction charge. You see all the court paperwork and everything, man. It's a pretty wild situation. So jump in the comments. Let's talk it up. Thanks for tuning in. It's Coffee. I will catch you on the next one. Subscribe. Peace.